who wouldn't want to hire that guy? Unbelievable. Like, that guy could be a spokesperson for any company. That's my NIL plug for Jaron Purify. If someone needs a spokesperson for their company, you just let him go and he will sell everything. Guy's incredible. We're talking NIL over here. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I don't care. But Jaron Purify, that was incredible.
About Aiden, a lot of times young pitchers they'll start to press a little bit, or hey, I have to continue throwing perfect to keep the shutout because we're not scoring. He always looks comfortable out there, unflappable. Is that kind of what leads to his success?
He's the most detail-oriented, routine-oriented, regimented kid that I maybe have come across in decades. And he just goes about his preparation with, it's almost like a methodical tactician, where he just is so mature beyond his years. You know, he's an old soul, and we had Spencer Strider come in, and I thought we were like talking to a Jedi master of the mental game. That's what Spencer Strider is. I mean, how he goes about it, and it was almost like a young Aiden Canuck, same thing, like a young Skywalker there, of just the week-to-week approach is, he's not building off of anything. He's not, it's just his routine, and he's very consistent with his routine, regardless of what the start is, and that's what makes him good. Is he just has a laser focus to his preparation of something. That's why we were willing to put him in the rotation as a freshman, because he doesn't seem like a freshman.
Was there any consideration of maybe letting him go back out there and try to finish it tonight?
No. He is a freshman, and I only say that because he's not used to a workload. For us to have the season, for us to be the team we want to be and have the season we want to have, we're going to need Aiden Canuck strong 2 months from now. So even just, of course, he physically could on April 14th throw 105, 110 pitches and finish the game, but if we can keep him at whatever we kept him at today, 96 or whatever, 97, that may be very valuable down the road, especially with a 7-run lead.
You had to, because of injuries, change some things up on the defensive side starting last Sunday. Now you got 4 games where you're kind of playing pretty much with these guys. You think today was a great experience for them, especially the middle infield, to kind of have this kind of afternoon to kind of get their confidence going?
I think so. I mean, you think back to when Andrew Chufo first was settling into the shortstop role, and he made 5 errors in like 4 games and then went 22 games without an error. And not saying that'll be Hindi, but you could just tell there was a reacclimation to a new position. Even though he's played it his whole life, there's still just some, just kind of getting settled out there. And so today looked much more like the Jacob Hinderleiter we saw all fall, when both he and Chufo were both playing shortstop in the fall. But yeah, I think we're still going to have some moving parts, especially with our catching situation, and with Jimmy and Jacob Jarrell both catching. Someone will have to play first when Jimmy Overtop catches. So, we gave Tristan McClatty a shot there today. He's a shortstop coming out of high school. We wanted another athlete over there. We've got Cooper Blauser as well, Jack Crichton. We've got guys who have done it. So we may keep, tinkering there and just try to keep getting some guys opportunities. And, we're going to need them all, because you never know when someone's going to get their number called.
Has Tristan Smith been able to throw, and what's the plan for him kind of going forward?
Yeah, he'll start next week. He threw Friday, threw a bullpen, looked great. Was a little bit pissed that he wasn't pitching Friday, but we felt like better to get him built up for a week and play it safe. But he's ready, and he feels good, looks good, and so we should expect to see him back in action. I don't know if he'll start Friday or what day he'll start, but he'll start one of the games.
So with the way Ethan played last night and going back to last week too, is it safe to say that that's kind of going to be your lineup on the weekend, those three?
Yeah, I think so. I think Tristan coming back is a huge boost for us, and Matt Marshall did an unbelievable job as a Friday night starter, and still use him. Just maybe split the game and have him on the back half in a long relief role, or as a starter. I mean, it could go either way. But he was super valuable for us for these last however many 3 or 4 weeks, and he's been a Friday night starter his whole life too. So that was a comfortable role for him. But I think Ethan Darden has firmly planted himself as a weekend starter as he did last year, and he's just such a hyper competitive kid that gets such a good job with getting ground balls. It was really unfortunate we couldn't play the defense we played today for him yesterday. But he pitched great, and obviously what Aiden's doing right now is special. So we feel like the pitching lineup puts ourselves in a position to have a chance to win a series.
Did something happen with Crichton pregame for y'all to pitch it for him there so early?
Yeah, he's been dealing with some back spasms, so we want to keep him going. Nate Hall, we got a lot of guys that haven't gotten routine action. So we want to keep these guys in there, keep them fresh, and mention Blauser, and everybody's good on the team. We've got guys who are barely playing who would be everyday starters elsewhere, and we know that, and we want them to stay here, and so we got to get them in there and got to get them action, and you never know when we're going to need them as well. But yeah, we're going to give him a start today, but his back was just tightening up. So, but he'll be back out there. He probably could have gone, but we'll just keep doing rehab with that and have him ready to go.
Anything to do with Andrew, as far as official word on him yet? Any new updates?
He's got an appointment this week, and we'll probably have an announcement on that. I would say this week, but yeah, it's doubtful. Yeah.
Will Taylor's fine. I know he had suffered kind of like a scary fall near left field line. So in the game, is everything okay with him?
I think so. He kind of rolled over his glove hand. It's kind of an awkward. Luckily for him, he's taken a lot of hits, so he knows how to manipulate his body. We could start talking about two-sport athletes, multi-sport athletes, especially youngsters, and just the reason Will Taylor is able to do what he's able to do is just because he's had reps being an athlete and hitting the ground and having collision-type plays, and so he knows how to absorb a fall. But that was a little awkward, the way he rolled over his glove, but he'll be fine. He's as tough as they come.
You go 6 innings without, getting a run across. Do you worry at all about them starting to press, or was there something about this team that you were confident that something was going to happen?
I think everybody was pressing, even the fans. We can hear them, and we hear the moans, even in our dugout too. Everybody's pressing, right? We got shut out. Got shut out yesterday, and now it's like 15 straight innings without scoring, and there's probably a couple innings from the previous game before that, so I don't know how many consecutive zeros that is, but it's a lot. And so 19. So 19 consecutive innings without scoring. That's absolute cause for some pressing. You could feel it, and that's why we felt like we needed to force the action a little bit, and, get the short game going, and just do something different, and the guys were hitting the ball good. We had a lot of hard contact. Guys hit a lot of exit velos over 100 miles an hour today, just right into the wind or right at somebody, and that almost makes it worse because you're doing everything right, not getting the result.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.